Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clark on YouTube. Oh no. As the sun sets on this beautiful evening, here's what's up. I've been reading down through the comments and the feedback you guys have been throwing up on my YouTube channel. You've been letting your voices be heard in the comments of my YouTube channel and in my community. And I can't thank you enough for the support and the love that you have given this YouTube channel. It blows my mind literally every single time. And I can't even begin to put into words how I truly feel about your support and your love that you've been giving this YouTube channel ever since last summer. It is unbelievable and incredible. Those are the only two words that I can put out there to describe the support that you guys have given this YouTube channel. You never ever quit. You've never ever quit on me. You've never ever quit on what I believed in, what I promoted on this YouTube channel. And I like to believe that this YouTube channel, just like Descendants and Zombies, both respective franchises, has inspired each and every one of you in some way or some capacity. So because of that, after reading some of the latest feedback and comments on my YouTube channel within my community, I have decided to record Descendants and Zombies videos for you every weekend and theme the entire weekend's videos that will drop on this YouTube channel about zombies, because I want to say thank you for the support that you have given this YouTube channel. In just 3.5 weeks, you guys have subscribed to this YouTube channel over almost 2,000 times. That is incredible. And the thing about it is, the reality about it is, for someone who is searching up Descendants and Zombies content every day on YouTube, I would venture to say that Descendants and Zombies is searched up once every 5 minutes by somebody or less. The reality of it is, you could be anywhere else on YouTube subscribing to anybody else's YouTube channel. That the majority of the YouTube channels themed around Descendants and Zombies are put together by AI. And for those of you that are unfamiliar about what AI is and the whole concept of AI is, it is a computer-generated bot voice that has text pre-typed that tells you the details rather than somebody sitting behind a microphone like I am doing, like yours truly. I would go as far to say, with the exception of a few critics out there that are paid up in the high amounts to review Descendants and Zombies and sit behind a microphone and reveal to yourself who they are, I am the only one that does that and genuinely does it for you. And that's probably why this YouTube channel has exceeded the expectations of every critic that I've ever had as a podcaster, because many of you will remember me as a wrestling podcaster from the late 90s and the early thousands. I have had a lot of critics, but the thing is, I have genuinely sat in front of a microphone and I have given you my opinion on everything and taken into account what you guys love the most, and that is Descendants and Zombies. I never ever thought that this YouTube channel would explode in popularity the way that it has because of the response of Dove Cameron and Kyile Cantrall over the last at least 10 years. For the better part of the last decade, Descendants has changed the Disney landscape in its entirety, the Disney universe, the Disney galaxy, I'll do you one better, for forever, and left a forever imprint undeniably on all of our hearts. We have taken so much away and learned so much from Descendants and Zombies. I actually saw a video a couple of days ago where some of the stars, like Kyile Cantrall and Ruby Rose Turner, were hoping that people were going to stand up to their bullies in high school and elementary school because of what Descendants and Zombies was promoting. And that was to, be yourself, no matter what anybody thought of you, and to really speak up for yourself and be your own voice, to, learn how to control your own voice to benefit yourself. And I think Descendants and Zombies has done that in a very powerful way that will make these two franchises respectively go down in history as two of the most effective and powerful in Disney's history. I have never encountered a stronger fan base or experienced anything like this in the 25 years that I have been podcasting, and I never will again. I don't have to lose sleep overnight wondering if I'm going to ever experience anything like this ever again, because I'm never going to experience this, and I've experienced a lot as a podcaster. I've done hundreds of interviews. I produced over 4,000 YouTube videos. If you look at some of the old YouTube video archives that I've thrown up on my archive channel, which is linked on my YouTube channel, this is unbelievable. And it touches my heart in so many unspeakable ways that I've never ever mentioned. I don't know what I'd do without each and every one of you. So to show my appreciation to each and every one of you, there is no better way for me to do that than to devote my weekends to you when I have the time to put together these Descendants and Zombies videos. Every weekend we will do it, and on special days on the yearly calendar we will dedicate a day of the weekend to someone like a Sabrina Carpenter who has a birthday coming up in just over 2 weeks. On Mother's Day we will celebrate Sabrina Carpenter's, I think, 26th birthday or 27th birthday, something like that. So on special days of the year, we will commemorate things happening with Disney and pop culture relation, and we will also theme it around Descendants and Zombies. So throughout the week, on Tuesday and Thursday, I'll choose something. It'll probably even be a Descendants video or a Zombies-related video, depending on what happens in the way of reviews. And throughout the weekend, from Friday to Sunday, I'll be here every weekend, respectively, to do videos for you on Descendants and Zombies. How does that sound to each and every one of you? Because I've been reading down through your comments, and I've realized just how powerful of an effect Descendants and Zombies has had on all of our lives. And I would be lying to you if I said that Descendants and Zombies didn't have just as a powerful effect on my life as it has for each and every one of you, respectively, because it has. It's inspired you in some way. And I remember last summer in July, when everybody was counting down. The countdown was on for Descendants: The Rise of Red. It was a spin-off to the original Descendants franchise, and everybody was so supportive of it, and they couldn't wait for it. They couldn't wait to see what Kyile, Cantrall, Mila Baker, and Ruby Rose Turner were going to bring to the respective roles, their characters that were premiering as part of the Descendants franchise, this spin-off, call it what you want. Everybody was so excited about it. And I remember Ruby Rose Turner posting something on her X account, and she was so thrilled portraying the young Bridget. This is not the first time she's been given this kind of opportunity and made the most of it. I remember when she was just a little girl and she was getting turned down for these roles, and it literally tore her heart out of her chest. And it felt like to her that her heart had been ripped out of her chest because she had been denied the opportunity to portray a role that she knew she was so good at. So this was a role coming off the success of Coop and Cammy Astor role, which only went a mere 2 seasons. And she just blew it out of proportion, and everybody just fell in love with her so much. I have never seen a celebrity receive the response that Ruby Rose Turner has received because of her character, and Kyile Cantrall likewise. I remember watching her on Berserk. I remember watching her on Gabby Duran and The Unsittables, which was a show that was very outside of Disney's realm, where someone was babysitting aliens. Nobody knew what was going to happen with that. It only went 2 seasons. Then she went from that to being a recurring role on Raven's Home with Raven Simone, who was such a legend, and she took so much from that experience. And now, fast forward to 2024, 2025, not only was she such a huge part of that franchise, but she's also going to be a huge part of the Descendants of Zombies Worlds Collide Tour, kicking off in July 17th in San Diego, California, with an additional 43 arena dates in every state across the United States and the world. This is unbelievable. It's one thing to see the 2 franchises collaborating for the first time ever, which we only get on mashups on Disney's music YouTube channel or the respective Descendants and Zombies YouTube channels, which have millions of subscribers, 10 million respectively. But I mean, you're talking about a franchise that stars a girl that went from a couple of 100,000 subscribers all the way to 500,000 subscribers and 128 million likes on TikTok and Instagram, and on her YouTube channel in just 1 year accumulated over 500,000 subscribers, and has a net worth now beyond the wild dreams and expectations of anybody. That is absolutely incredible. Yeah, her YouTube show was inspired by what her friends were doing, recording videos for social media platforms, and her dad is a producer because of his experience in Hollywood. I remember him from Halloween House Party a number of years ago and various other projects. Yes, he had a hand in her success, but I mean, I remember the very first episode of Hello Kylie, her YouTube show, where she reviewed Sam and Cat, and that wasn't yesterday. And I still find myself watching the YouTube show she had, and I can only imagine what I would do with over 500,000 subscribers on a YouTube channel. Now, for every single person who watches this video, in order for me to have over 1 million subscribers within the span of the next year, it would take literally everybody to hit the subscribe button at least once, even if you watched every video up to the 3-minute mark, which is virtually impossible for happening. But if everybody who watched this video just hit the subscribe button once, why don't we do that and see what happens? You know, as a YouTube creator, it is very difficult and somewhat challenging, very challenging to get somebody to hit that subscribe button. either with your finger or by clicking your mouse button. It is very, very hard to do that because I don't know if you like the content. For some reason, this YouTube channel exploded. I posted one Dove Cameron video last year when I relaunched this YouTube channel. I didn't even know if I was coming back. And for some unexpected reason overnight, the video just went from 5 views to 1,500 views. Then I posted another Dove Cameron video. I said, this must be a joke. You can't be serious. And within 2 days, that video accumulated 2,000 views. There was one video I posted with over 5,000 views. I think I was only reviewing Dove Cameron and Ryan McCartan's ridiculous relationship. But it had over 5,000 views because that relationship was really ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. And within 1 year, if I hadn't taken down the original content, I had over 120,000 views on a YouTube channel because you guys loved it so much. This YouTube channel, let me be clear on something, didn't happen because I decided to post videos about Dove Cameron and Descendants and Kyile Cantrall. This YouTube channel happened not because a guy sits behind a microphone in his house shooting a video for you. This YouTube channel happened and is a success because of each and every one of you who never ever quit, who never ever gave up on what they believed in, which was obviously Descendants and zombies, and it blows my mind every single time. You know, I see photos of fans, you know, flocking by the numbers to see people like Dove Cameron and Kyile Cantrall and Ruby Rose Turner at meet and greets. And I can't even believe it. I can't even put into words how much of a response this fan base has received. You know, Mickey Mouse is one of the most revered characters in Disney's history. I am the biggest Mickey Mouse fan in the world. I am also the biggest Descendants and Zombies fan in the world. I just wish they had more merch. But even with the popularity of Mickey Mouse, I have never seen something since Frozen that has had such a huge response and a never say die attitude like Descendants and Zombies has had. You know, you're talking about a girl who came from out of nowhere and probably would have faded off into obscurity if not for the success of the High School Musical, the series, which she was a huge fan of growing up. Dove Cameron, not so much. She said she's trying to leave her Disney past behind her, so she's not going to be returning for Descendants reunion according to what the critics are saying. But that is just a video someone edited for TikTok and obviously put up the negative stuff that Dove Cameron had said because they wanted to get a negative review for Dove Cameron and obviously didn't like her. But because it was said in some stupid TikTok video, don't believe it, because if the money is right, if the opportunity is right and the circumstances present themselves, Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson are not far behind the success of Descendants because they miss it. I don't care what they say. They miss it. You cannot do something, and I learned this in the wrestling business from all the legends that I used to interview in the over 3,000 videos that I've uploaded. You cannot do something for, 25 years and expect just to walk away from it and not be reunited with your past workers or your past experiences. It follows you everywhere you go. And I think if the opportunity was right for these Descendants stars, they would come back. They would probably mix it up in Descendants 6 with the newer cast and teach them lessons in life and get them ready for what's ahead on the road to success. And we would also see the newer cast be a part of this phenomenal script. That's what I envision for the future of Descendants. Do I see it ending with 5 movies and 5 minutes movies in total? No, I don't. Because I've been doing this for so long, I know the direction it's heading in. As the sun sets on all of our lives tonight, and my reciprocal lights are yellow out of respect to Descendants characters, and these new characters being introduced to this folkloric story, I don't see it ending anytime soon. So I can pretty much bet my last dime on, this franchise expanding in ways that we have never ever seen before. Because of the friendships, because of the chemistry. I mean, you're talking about Ruby Rose Turner and Kyile Cantrall being friends ever since they were 9 years old. 9 years old. I wish I had a friend for that long. I've had friends for a long time, but I've never had a friend that long. The passion that they exemplify is unbelievable. And it makes every video that's ever been thrown up on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube, like I do for you every single week, up to 3 to 5 times a week, worth it. It is truly unbelievable, and I don't know what I would do without each and every one of you. The piece of footage that I have is Kyile Cantrall doing an interview for Kelly and Mark for their talk show about the Zombies Descendants Worlds Collide Tour, kicking off on July 17th in San Diego, California, with an additional 43 dates announced arena dates. So can you imagine the special effects and how much work has gone into this? It is truly unbelievable. The interview runs for about only 2 minutes, but the info that Kyile Cantrall drops in this interview is absolutely unbelievable. I recorded the piece just before sunset. It is dusk right now, and I think it fits very appropriately with what Disney is promoting right now. And in addition to that, the Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires movie will premiere globally on July 11th, and on Disney Channel on July 10th. That's a bit weird, I know, the dates they've announced for this one. It will premiere on Disney Channel at 7 p.m. Eastern and globally the next day within 24 hours on Disney Plus for those of you who are subscribed. I'm really excited to see what Meg Donnelly and Milo Menon will bring to this one, not only as actors and actresses respectively, but also directors and producers respectively, and the creative freedom being at an all-time high, and also the creative freedom being at an all-time high for Descendants, because I appreciate creative freedom. You know, years ago, I used to appreciate people on Disney Channel coming in and doing something stupid in the way of a Jason Earls, or someone on Nickelodeon like Spencer Shay's character, Jerry Trainer. But now I also find time in appreciating creative freedom, because never enough can be given to people who deserve to have it, because there are so many creative geniuses in entertainment. They've always one-upped me. I've always wanted to be, in the way of a cameo, a part of these franchises like Descendants and Zombies, especially with the response it's received. 10 to 11.5 million followers on social media sites like Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube. Unbelievable. And the Descendants YouTube channel is always live. So I've kind of come back with this podcast over the last year. I've received such an unbelievable, overwhelming response. It's so heartwarming to me, and I can't thank you enough. People are always commenting. People are always liking the posts. I'm on the way to setting an all-time record with this YouTube channel. I'll be honest with each and every one of you. I'm just a guy who loves Disney, Descendants, Zombies, Nickelodeon, pop culture, respectively, like each and every one of you. There's nothing special about me. Yeah, I was a podcaster for pro wrestling over 20 years ago. And I used to podcast it in my mom's basement when I was like 13 years old. And they were pretty stupid podcasts, I'm not going to lie. You know, I never ever thought I'd be sitting here 25 years later, after I pretty much quit in 2018, retired. I didn't know I was coming back. But for some reason, you guys always bring me back. You bring me back from the proverbial grave. I'm like Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Van Helsing. I never ever die. If there was ever a character brought into, I don't know, Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, it would be me playing Van Helsing wearing a leather jacket kicking the butt of 1,000 zombies or vampires. Because I love to hunt vampires in the nighttime. I've kind of teased that. So if Meg Donnelly's looking for a sidekick, if you would, I want to put it out there. And I also want to put it out there, if you're a vampire or a werewolf watching this video, I'm going to kick your butt on the set of Zombies. I just would love to do that. And don't ever think for 1 second there are no vampires watching this, because there are some freaky people out there. Freaky, freaky people that you would lose sleep over. But in all honesty, guys, I have noticed how much you love this content. I believe in each and every one of you and what you represent. No stronger or no powerful fan base has ever been witnessed in my life, from where I choose to look at it. And I want to go on record for saying over this podcast microphone, this is the most powerful fan base and supportive fan base for whatever character of Descendants you may be a fan of that I have ever seen in my life. So with that being said, with my love for Dove Cameron and Kyile Cantrall being professed on this YouTube channel, video after video, what do you say we watch this video together and you leave me your opinions in the comments, because this is absolutely incredible and somewhat enthralling. So I wanted to record this piece while the sun was setting, and it's setting now because it fits so beautifully with everything Kyile Cantrall represents. This interview was done by Kelly and Mark. I'll never get the show name out of my head because Kelly and Mark doesn't sound the same as Kelly and Regis or Kelly and Ryan. I was always a fan of Ryan Seacrest and Regis Pillman from years ago, and getting used to the title of the show being Kelly and Mark is very difficult. I think it should be Kelly and Jonathan, because I am such a fantastic talk show host, as you get from this podcast. This is a beautiful interview. This really is a beautiful interview. It's only about 2 minutes long, but it is a beautiful interview because of the info that Kyile Cantrall drops. And she was actually on the Lego float for the Thanksgiving Day Macy's Parade just last year, leading up to the promotion and the premiere of this tour, which will kick off on July 17th with 43 arena and state dates. That's unbelievable. 43 dates for this tour? I didn't think there were that many. But it just goes to show how popular Descendants is and how many people love Descendants, which is really incredible. I'm at a loss for words. This franchise, and combining both of them, it's amazing enough to me how popular Descendants was. Now combining both of them for a Worlds Collide tour, try saying that 3 times up fast off the back of your tongue. It is quite difficult. It's really unbelievable to me. It blows my mind every single time. Kyile Cantrall did a great interview with Kelly and Mark, and I wanted to show it to you guys because it was just an incredible interview that blows my mind. You can leave me your thoughts in the comments of this video, and don't forget to ring the bell to stay up to date with notifications as we watch this interview together on this beautiful evening. The sunset, the glare is just beautiful, and it fits so appropriately with everything related to Descendants and Zombies. So what do you say we watch this interview together, and you hit the subscribe button.
Here with Kyile Cantrall. You know, last August, Disney announced that you're going on tour. Listen to this tour title: Descendants, Zombies, Worlds Collide Tour. I love the title.
Yeah, describe what's going on here.
Oh my gosh, so it's 2 of Disney's biggest franchises coming together for this like ultimate crossover collab. You know, we're
How many cities do you know?
43 cities.
Oh, that's
Arenas?
wild.
Arenas.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, across North
43
America.
cities. I
Which
can't
is so
even believe
insane
that.
for me. Like my first tour, and
That's
to be
mind-blowing.
doing it on this level is kind of crazy.
I like her hair
but
with the red
I'm
and the brown.
Grateful,
That's
and it's going to be
amazing.
really cool for the fans. Like it really is just a fun night for the
wonder what I
fans
would
to
look
get
like
to
with
enjoy
red highlights.
these 2 franchises
Yeah.
coming together and doing medleys of the songs from both franchises and in this whole new way. So I'm excited.
And speaking
for
of
people to
cool, you're doing something very cool this week. You're doing the Thanksgiving Day parade here in the city. Are you gonna be on the float, and you're also gonna come down and perform?
see. Yes. I'll be on the Lego float, but I come down onto the ground for there's full choreo. Okay, one thing about
Okay.
me, love a choreo moment, so we're definitely gonna serve quite the performance. I'm excited.
Well, it's always good to
I
see you.
hope the weather's good for you.
Yeah. The Descendants Zombies Worlds Collide Tour kicks off in July 2025. For more information, go to our website.
Unbelievable.
This is comfier than our app.
That's unbelievable how she was on the Lego float for the Thanksgiving Day Macy's parade. I always wanted the opportunity to have something to do with Legos in my lifetime. And over the last 25 years that I've been podcasting as a wrestling podcaster, and now a podcaster about everything Disney and Nickelodeon and pop culture related, I'm still waiting for that unbelievable opportunity to come knocking at my door. But I guess the old cliche saying is right when you really sit back and put things into perspective. Disney's not going to come knocking for you and looking for you. You have to go knocking and looking for Disney on their door. And I think I'm a long way away from that ever happening. But it can happen if you hit the subscribe button and put me up there on the Lego float for next year's Thanksgiving Macy's Day Parade. How does everybody feel about that? Or put me in the Descendants Zombies franchise. Put me in a cameo for both movies. That would be a whole lot of fun. The sun setting in the background there is absolutely beautiful. Unbelievable. Guys, thank you so much for your support of these videos, and every weekend, as I promised, I will have a Descendants or Zombies themed video for you from Friday to Sunday, the 3 days of the weekend, beginning on Friday evenings. It's a promise between me and you. As a subscriber of this YouTube channel, I will be here for you every weekend from here on out. So that means we're going to have a whole lot of fun. Give me a second to switch back over, un momento, and we will close this thing out. Whew. Kyile Cantrall is such a beautiful soul, and I can see why so many of you are so responsive and so loyal to a franchise the likes of Descendants. And because you are so loyal to this franchise, both Descendants and Zombies respectively, rest assured you will get what you want from me on this YouTube channel in the way of the content pertaining to Descendants and Zombies. For every single person who ever proudly said to a friend in an over-the-phone conversation, an everyday conversation at school, an everyday just conversation in general, because you didn't know what else to talk about, and you were just crazy about Descendants and Zombies, you will get what you want from me on this YouTube channel, and this YouTube channel will explode in popularity. So here's the deal. Every single weekend, I will do a video pertaining to Descendants and Zombies, or something pop culture related for you, and we'll call it Descendants and Zombies Weekends. and it will be a brainchild of mine from my creative mind, and it will explode this YouTube channel. All I want you to do is to keep coming back, to keep telling your friends about this amazing content, and to keep ringing the bell and hitting the subscribe button to stay up to date with notifications and updates pertaining to this YouTube channel, because I have had the most fun in my entire life being here for each and every one of you. This has been an incredible roller coaster ride that we are all on together, and there is only one way to go from here, and obviously that way is up. There is no other direction for us to go because we're not coming back down. This YouTube channel has exceeded the expectations of everybody and me as the host of it. As the host of this podcast, it is truly unbelievable and has been an honor of mine to be here for each and every one of you. While I can't speak for the other YouTube creators who are distributing Descendants and Zombies content because they're getting paid a lot of money, this is incredible. I don't get paid to do this. I do this for the fun of it. And I don't care if I ever get paid to do this. I just enjoy being here for each and every one of you to offer you my take and my opinions on Descendants and Zombies, which is something positive and something most of the time very beautiful and to be respected. This is, God, I don't even know how to describe it for you. This is unbelievable. So out of respect to each and every one of you, I want to say thank you for your never-ending, your endless amount of love and support you've been throwing my way. Thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Bye, YouTube. We will do it again. Spread kindness wherever you are, in whatever circumstances you're faced with, because kindness goes a long way. And never ever forget that, as the song says in the lyrics, life is sweeter when you are. Bye, YouTube. We will do it again in a couple of days.